What's up, guys? As you can probably tell, I'm in a hotel room. This is because I am in Milan, Italy right now, here for a job which lasts about 2 weeks, and I wanted to take this time to make a little video for you guys about what I use when I travel, what specific gear I brought to this trip, why I brought this gear to this trip, and a little bit about the job, as much as I can tell you. And yeah, this is why I have my bag over here. Let's jump right onto this video. So, traveling. This is my latest travel bag. It's a Pelican 1500. I'll be sure to link everything that I'm talking about in the description down below for you guys to take a look at. So anyways, this is my main travel buddy. This is where I keep most of my gear at because it is pretty hard. It's also water resistant, so when I'm lugging around out on the streets like I usually do, I like to keep and know that my gear is going to be safe. So that's why I got this one. Before we jump into this bag, I want to share a little bit about the type of job that I'm doing. Like I said before, it's a 2-week long job. The main thing that I was hired for was to shoot a lot of freaking pictures for this company so they could then post on their Instagram, social medias, Facebooks, all the stuff going in accordance to a campaign shoot that they're doing as well. So I need to be on my feet. I need to lug around all my gear as much as I can because you never know what type of situation you're gonna end up in, and you need to be ready for that. So that's why the gear that I have in here is specifically tailored to the job that I'm here to do. Let's see what that gear is now. So opening this right up, here's all my gear and everything that I brought to this trip. Main compartment, my Canon with a 35mm. I have another lens right here, a video lens here. And this spot is the camera that's recording this right now. Remote control, lens, extra batteries, drone, more batteries, connectors, more connectors, chargers labeled by what they do, more chargers, lens cleaner thingy, a lot of SD card. And that's pretty much everything that's in this case. Let's talk about why I brought this stuff. Mainly, my camera because I'm taking photos, obviously. 35mm versatile lens. I have my 85mm because I will be taking a lot of portraits, and I just I love this lens. It's the Sigma 85 1.4. It's an amazingly great lens. Never leave home without it. I got here the 50mm Canon 1.2. I just also find this lens to be very versatile. I love to shoot with this lens. Also, never leave home without it. This is a safety lens that I brought here, Canon 28mm 1.8. Great lens, plenty sharp, good for when the space is not so big. And that's pretty much it regarding lenses. You can see all my lenses are prime because I just don't like zoom lenses. I prefer carrying around primes. One lens that I forgot though, this little old guy right here, this is a Helios 44. This is a super like Russian vintage lens. I mostly use this lens on this camera right here to do some B-roll videos. I don't know how much I will use this lens in this trip, but I brought it anyways. Like I mentioned, I brought my drone, the Mavic. I just got this guy. I love it, and I'll make a separate video about what I think about this little guy right here coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. So basically, this bag travels with me all day, every day. There's a lot of walking that goes around in these shoots. We're shooting in different parts of the city. Anywhere that we can find a space to shoot, we're shooting. Because the main objective of this trip is to get as much material as we can. And we need to be on the go all the time. So that's why I brought all this stuff, and that's why I keep it in this rolly bag. Because if I would have brought it in a backpack, my back would have been destroyed. And I'm gonna need to be here for 2 weeks doing this job, starting at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, finishing at around 7:30 p.m. at night, editing all the material until pretty much midnight, and then waking up again and doing it all over again for 2 weeks straight. So yeah, having a rolly bag is way better than having a backpack in this specific situation. Also for traveling, I always like to have a backpack. And this backpack is where I carry my laptop, my hard drives, cable connectors, earbuds, sweater, and candy. I always have candy for some weird reason. Well, it's not a weird reason. I just love candy. All that stuff goes in here, and I do keep this in my bag when I'm going through airports and all that stuff. These two bags are always with me. One of them, the rolly bag, is my carry-on, and this would be my personal item. When it comes to traveling around airports, never had a problem with it. Never had to have my gear put underneath the plane or anything like that, because these are all airline approved. So I know that my gear is safe. I know that my gear is always going to be with me, and no stress at all. For the day-to-day stuff, I usually don't have this with me. I only have the rolly bag with me because it's just, I don't need my computer when I'm out in the field, typically. So I never bring it. I leave that in the hotel, on the safe, lock combinations with all my hard drives so that I know that nobody's going to touch it, nobody's going to go around to my stuff when I'm not here. That's how I make sure that all my gear is safe at all times. So about the camera that I use for video is this one. It's the Fujifilm X-T2 with a 10-24mm Rode VideoMic Pro. And this little thing right here. Now, these things all go right there alongside my other gear. And this mini tripod, usually I just throw it in my regular suitcase with my clothes. And that I do check. That is a checked bag. The only checked bag is the one that has my clothes, and all my gear goes either here or here. So that's everything that I brought to this trip. And in case you're wondering, no, that is not all the gear I own. That is just the gear that I needed specifically for this job. There is other things that I would have liked to bring, specifically more lenses, speed lights, stuff like that, that could have come in handy at some point or another, but unfortunately, I didn't bring it. So the purpose of the job is to use natural light and to capture lifestyle material for the brand, so I wasn't worried about carrying too much stuff, especially studio equipment and stuff like that. So that's why that stuff is not with me on this trip. That's pretty much it about traveling with gear. If you're gonna get a bag, if you're gonna get something, make sure that everything that you own to put your expensive and delicate equipment in is airline approved, and that pretty much you can have it with you all the time, because that's the best way to keep your things safe. It's the best way for your mind to be at ease when you are away from your things and all that pretty good stuff. So tips: airline approved bags, put your stuff in the safe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about, how I like to travel with gear and all that stuff. Let me know how you like to travel with gear. Let me know what type of bags you use and all that fun stuff. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next video.